Welcome to the No Spin News, Wednesday, March 26, 2025. Stand up for your country. This is the last day of this national security blunder, I hope, unless there's new stuff that comes out. I don't think there will be. I'll wrap it up for you fairly succinctly. The media, of course, they love this kind of thing. I recognize the importance of the story. And it is important because we can't have this again. And if it happens again, people are going to have to get fired. But let me walk through it, where we are, but I believe today will be the end. For me and responsible people, the hate Trumpers will try to drag it out as long as they can. All right, so let's review. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Apparently, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz accidentally allowed a very liberal journalist, Jeffrey Goldberg from Atlantic Magazine, into the meeting, which was on an app called Signal. It was a national security meeting, as you probably know, discussing how to attack the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. So there were dials made, people got on the thread, and one of them was Jeffrey Goldberg, and nobody knew it because it was a mistake made by Waltz. Now, there are unanswered questions here. How did you have Jeffrey Goldberg's number, Mr. Waltz? He's a top Trump hater. That should be answered. And Goldberg himself should answer some questions to the FBI. I don't know why Kash Patel hasn't dispatched FBI agents to talk to Goldberg about how this all happened. It's national security. Maybe it has happened and the press doesn't know about it. I certainly don't know about it, but it should happen. Goldberg should be interviewed by FBI agents, right? Okay. Now, Waltz went on TV last night. Laura Ingraham, Fox News, roll the tape.
Right? You got somebody else's number on someone else's contact. So, of course, I didn't see this loser in the group. It looked like someone else. Now, whether he did it deliberately or it happened in some other technical mean is something we're trying to figure out.
So your staffer did not put his contact information.
No,
but how did it end up in your phone?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay, but that's a pretty big problem.
That is what we've got the best technical minds, right?
That's disturbing.
And that's where, I mean, I'm sure everybody out there has had a contact where it was said one person and then a different phone number.
Not me, because I don't do that. If I have a serious conversation, it's on a hard line, where if you tap a hard line, it's a felony. I don't do Signal. I don't know what Signal is. And none of our national security people should be using it either. Okay? Because if Jeffrey Goldberg can get on it, so can the Chinese and the Russians. Okay? Ay, ay, ay. But at least Waltz owned up to it. It's in his purview. But I want a little more information. And Laura Ingraham did her job. I mean, she framed it the proper way. Now, I don't think anybody's going to get fired here, but Trump's embarrassed, and he's angry about it. I know that to be true. But it's not a scandal, all right? It's a blunder, okay? Scandal is far, far different, but not to the hate Trump media. Go.
Wolf, this hearing is going to be hijacked by this scandal, and that's really what it is for the Trump administration.
We saw two Republican senators point to the fact that they plan to ask questions about this scandal inside of a closed-door hearing, which is going to take place later this afternoon.
If anything, I would say the scandal looks worse for the Trump White House on the second day, even than it did initially.
Now, over on Fox News, pundits were trying their best to downplay the scandal, though even there, a few had to admit that this is kind of a big deal.
So what's the scandal? That somebody made a mistake and let this weasel Goldberg in? That's a blunder. There was no collusion. That would be a scandal. If Goldberg said, hey, let me into the thread, and then somebody said, okay, we'll sneak you in. That's a scandal. some nitwit dialing a wrong number or whatever happened is a blunder. Now, if it upgrades, and that's why the FBI needs to speak to Goldberg. All right, and that's the memo. Now, here's a media scandal, kind of. Wall Street Journal gets delivered to my door every day. The editorial pages of the Wall Street Journal are fair and backed with facts. The news pages tilt left, but not crazy. Right? It's primarily a financial newspaper. There is a reporter, Melissa Korn. Okay? She is a deputy bureau chief of the media team. Wow. Got a big title. She's trying to stick up for Jeffrey Goldberg, trying to say this man has credibility. Now, as I reported yesterday, he was the guy who reported that President Trump, in his first term, went to Europe and said that U.S. soldiers killed in World War I were suckers. That never happened. And I investigated it. Okay? Never happened. But Melissa somehow writes, quote, in September 2020, Goldberg reported that Trump referred to soldiers killed in battle during World War I as losers and suckers, citing multiple anonymous sources. Said they heard the remarks. Trump contested the reporting, though his chief of staff at the time confirmed he had used those words. Not true. Not true. The chief of staff was John Kelly. Now, Kelly excoriated Trump because Trump fired him and called Trump all kinds of names, but never said that we can find, and we did a big search, that Trump said dead World War I soldiers were losers and suckers. And a guy in the room who also hates Donald Trump, you know him, former National Security Advisor John Bolton, said this. Go.
And according to what that article said, the president made disparaging remarks about our soldiers, the people buried at the An Marne Cemetery, in connection with the decision for him not to go to the ceremony that was planned that afternoon. And that was simply false. I don't know who told the author that, but that was false.
Okay, that was false. Bolton was there, following Trump around the whole day. And then I talked to myself, the other people who were there. Nobody heard that, even anonymously. So we have misreporting, terrible journalism on the part of the Wall Street Journal. I'm surprised, I'm disappointed. President Trump is trying to fix the economy, but some believe the damage is already done. As the dollar value drops, China's power and gold keep going up. I called American Hartford Gold to diversify with physical precious metals, and you might consider that as well. They will help you secure your savings with physical gold and silver delivered right to your door, or you can set up a tax advantage gold IRA. Plus, it's tax and penalty free to roll over your current 401k or IRA. With billions in precious metals delivered, thousands of five-star ratings, and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, they are the only precious metals dealer I trust. So please call or text American Hartford Gold. Tell them O'Reilly sent you, and you might get $15,000 of free silver on a qualifying order. Call 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Okay, YouTube, we want you to go on our channel. It's free, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly. We got Bernie Sanders. I analyze he's a communist and what he's doing. You'll like it. Go to the mail. Let's go to Todd Marsteller, York, Pennsylvania. Bill, thank you for all you do. I'm simply finding it hard to believe the Atlantic leak story wasn't set up by someone inside the Trump administration to sabotage the president. We don't do conspiracies here, Todd. I mean, look, I know people live in that world. That's not where we live. No evidence to show that. Thomas, concierge member. Thank you, Thomas. Why is Goldberg's number in the phone of any senior official of the Trump administration? We need to find that out. Absolutely need to find that out. That's a key question. Aman, concierge member, thank you. The fact that Goldberg is a Trump hater is no excuse and there's no room for error. Isn't anyone in charge of vetting attendance at these meetings? Apparently no. So it better be in the future. If this happens again, and I don't think it will, it'll be unbelievable. Meg Hornback, Chamblee, Georgia. Just watched your interview with Tom Homan. Excellent questions, clear and concise. I didn't know that Homan worked for Obama at one time. Comes across as an honest, hardworking guy. Okay, I'm going to agree with all that. I think Tom Homan is a good public servant. Scott Phillips, Buffalo, New York. Question about removing illegal aliens, criminal or not. They are all criminals by definition. They broke the law just by entering the country. They should all be removed. That's not going to happen. And I said that even before the election. Okay, you can't do it because some undocumented migrants are here on asylum claims that have to be adjudicated. That's a big portion. That's who Biden let in like crazy. And others are dreamers. Their parents brought them here, and that has to be adjudicated too. You can't just sweep and throw them out. That'll never happen. Hugh Nowak, Cascade Charter Township, Michigan. Several years ago, Bill, you said you would interview Vladimir Putin. Would you do so now? I would if it wasn't in Russia, because then I'd be killed because I got Putin on the cover of Confronting Evil. So now it's a little bit different. If he wants to come to my house, I'll interview him, but I'm not going over there. He's not going to like Confronting Evil, bad Vlad. You will, and you get it if you re-up your concierge or premium membership. You get it free. You get Confronting the President's free if you haven't read that. If you come on board our team, this is renewal season. Renew, get the free book, and become part of the elite in America, those who are on BillO'Reilly.com. And then we got not woke gear that you want to strut around now that the weather's getting better. There it all is. We'll get it to you quick, by the way, and our pricing is good. And a word of the day, do not be a moon calf. MOONCALF. Great word. Back in a moment with a final thought. If your business generates $1 to $10 million annually but struggles with rising costs and other challenges, Financial Yield Solutions, Inc., or FYSI for short, has tailored solutions for you. From tax planning to scaling operations and more, FYSI helps businesses thrive. Considering selling? FYSI guides winning exit strategies. Look, AI tech raised $500 billion under the Trump administration so far. Businesses can't afford to be left behind. FYSI can help you explore AI integrations to excel in today's rapidly evolving landscape. With more than 14 years of experience, FYSI specializes in solving the challenges business owners face. Business owners can book a free business review today to transform your operations, boost profits, secure financial futures for you. Visit FYSI.com/Bill, or you can call. There is a growing real estate crime out there. The FBI calls it house stealing. Criminals forge your signature on one document, file it with a fake notary stamp. Just like that, your title's gone. Then criminals can take out loans or sell without you knowing. So, when is the last time you checked your home's title? Probably never, and the scammers know it. That's why I trust Home Title Lock's $1 million triple lock protection. You get 24/7 monitoring, urgent alerts, and if fraud does occur, they'll spend up to $1 million to restore your title at no added cost. Please go to HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code BILL250 now for a free title history report and access to your title expert. A $250 value when you sign up. HomeTitleLock.com, code BILL250. Here's the final thought. I did Stephen A. Smith's podcast yesterday because we're doing a live show, as you know, on Sunday, Westbury, Long Island, 3 p.m. Few tickets. We just put a few VIPs out. We had sold them out, but we made a little bit of room. If you want to meet us after the show, 3 American Tour. So here's a bit of what we did on the Smith podcast. Go.
I would like to state this for the record. I'm pretty impressed. The suit that you have on now looks pretty sharp, but you know you're going to have to do better Sunday, right? You're going to have to up your game and elevate your style to some degree. You do understand that, Bill O'Reilly, right? You do get that. Because my suit game is going to be tight.
I was down in Palm Beach this weekend. I bought a Brioni tie for the occasion. I had to trade in my car to buy it. But where do you see this tie? Okay, no matter what kind of pink jacket you show up with, what kind of little pocket hanky you have, it's not going to top this Brioni tie. I'll give you a little flavor. We are going to have a lot of fun at this show, but serious topics are going to be discussed as well. LeBron James just came out and attacked Stephen A. again. So for an evening or an afternoon, you will never forget the 3 Americans tour. Westbury, Sunday coming on up. Love to see you. If you want to meet us, and I don't know why anyone would. We got 15 VIP tickets just released. So anyway, we hope to see you at the show. And we very much appreciate that you tune in to watch the No Spin News and are listening on our radio stations all across the country. It's very nice of you to do that. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.